let's talk about Apple Studio Display. And you're going to love this story. If you just spent a bunch of money on the Apple Studio Display, you're going to love this story. You spent $1,600. The panel is the same one from the iMac. You felt like it was kind of a ripoff, but you're like, hey, what else is out there? I'm not spending $6,000 on the XDR. I know that much. Well, check out this story, my bros. Studio Display Pro with gorgeous mini LED screen could launch this fall. And if that doesn't give you some serious gastrointestinal distress, I don't know what will. So an enhanced version of the Apple Studio Display will reach customers this fall, according to a very reliable source of info. And this was Ross Young, the accurate Apple analyst that we spoke of before, who has a very good track record. And he's saying that the version of the monitor will have a mini LED screen, making it look better than the current model that has a standard LCD display. And he previously thought that this display was going to come this summer, but now he thinks it's probably going to be launching in October, probably because of supply chain issues. And I don't know what to make of this, man. Like this story, it almost seems like it's like it can't be true. Like, how could Apple release the Studio Display and then only months later release another one? But the thing is if they do release this, it's going to be way higher priced. It's going to probably be, the XDR display is what, $5,000 without the stand. So this one would probably be, $3,000, $2,500 or something. Probably closer to $3,000, maybe even like $3,500. And it's going to have all the same qualities of the Pro XDR display, except it's going to be 27 inches. It'll be 5K instead of 6K. What do you think about this, Lewis?
It's all too rich for my blood, so I don't think about it too much at all, to be quite honest. I just I don't even know if I want to have that good of a display, because I'm sure once I get it, then I'll be constantly annoyed by how bad my other display is, because it's kind of watery. When I look at the MacBook, it looks beautiful. When I look at my screen that I stare at all day, it looks kind of crappy. So this is like such a rarefied area. It's not even my bailiwick. I don't even have an opinion.
Oh man, the Studio Display does look beautiful, and on paper it doesn't look great. I realize that, and I think that for its price, you should have gotten more than what they gave us. I think that's definitely true.
They can't even produce enough of them, so supply and demand. They should cost more.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the reason that it is not able to they're not able to keep enough of them in stock is because demand is high, or the fact that they just can't produce enough of them because supply chain issues, right?
Supply and demand.
Yeah, but eventually the demand or the supply chain is going to fix itself, and they're going to have a lot more of these. Yeah. Assuming we aren't at the end here, but yeah, I was. This is the monitor that I wanted. So people are saying that it's going to have ProMotion 120 hertz refresh rate. I actually don't think that it will. I think the max will be 60 hertz, because from all the research I've done, they actually can't push 5K resolution and 120 hertz over Thunderbolt 4 because it doesn't have enough bandwidth. So I don't think that you'll get 120 hertz. I think the max you'll get will be 60 hertz. They have the same mini LED display in the MacBook Pro and on the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, but those connections to those devices don't use Thunderbolt 4. They are, they're internal. They're connected directly to the motherboard using like PCIe or something. I don't know what they use. So they have much more bandwidth. So I think that's the reason why the MacBook Pro can have a 120 hertz display. I don't think that this monitor will, if this monitor even comes out in October. But if it does come out in October, I just wanted to give you a heads up, because I know some of you were considering getting the Mac or the Studio Display, and it is a beautiful monitor. I do think it's overpriced, but it is a nice display. But if you have this one coming down the pipe and you can spend, it's not going to be a little bit more. It will be a lot more. But if it's HDR and it also has mini LED and way better contrast ratio, I think that might be worth it for a lot of us. But there you go. The Studio Display Pro looks like it's coming down the pipe sometime this fall, probably end of summer, fall. So if you're looking for a new monitor, this might be your next one.